Hi. I don't have my normal graphics today, sorry about that, because my device was lent out at the weekend, but that's who I am there before I disappear away from this one. I'm Melanie Riding, and what I have done is I have put the link to where else you can find this on the comments section above the video. So, hello, welcome. Now, at the moment, I'm not having a very good leg day. This is how it goes when you're an amputee. Sometimes you have good days, sometimes you have bad days, sometimes you don't have a leg at all. And at the moment, the leg is too big, and my ankle that is on order has not arrived. So we're trying to patch this leg up to make it last until the ankle comes, but it's actually too big and it's painful to walk. So I am not going to do leg-based balancy stuff today. I am going to focus on arms and abs. Now, there's not necessarily a bad thing because you do need good arm strength for every other type of mode of mobility if you're not walking on 2 feet, and you need good core, good strong core for posture and that sort of thing. So, with no further ado, let's get started. We're going in sections of 20 seconds. So I obviously don't have access to comments either because the device is over there and I don't have this one here. So if you're here, say hi. If you watch this back later, say hi. This is going out free on the Riding to Health YouTube channel as well as my YouTube channel and my Facebook page. And it's suitable for anyone. You don't have to be an amputee to be able to access this. So let us get started. 3 lots of exercises, 3 groups of exercises, 20 seconds of each, nice and short, should be relatively doable no matter what fitness level you are. Let's get going. So we're going to start off with wall push-ups. This is because they're easier because you're standing up rather than pushing your weight up and the force of gravity. Wall push-ups and chair dips. So you need to be sitting on a chair. You're going to put the hands on the front of the chair and you're going to lower yourself off the chair, up and down like that. We'll see how I go with the socket problem with that one. So, let's get going. So we're starting with the push-ups. And 3, 2, 1, go. Your hands need to be shoulder width apart and you're pushing yourself towards the wall. Your nose should almost reach the wall and back out again. You can do this from kneeling on the floor if you need to, if you've only got one leg, and you can also do it kneeling on the bed or on the ground if you need to too. And stop. Now we're going to do chair dips. So hands on the chair, sit on the chair, and then lower yourself off it as much as you can. Feet nice and close so that you don't fall. Now you will probably find this really hard. So if you need a rest, have a sit down like that. But this is the muscles that you use to push yourself up and stop if you don't have mobility in that leg. I think I'm going to have to cut this liner. It's chucking into the back of my knee. Right. Let's go back to ups against the wall and let's get going. Off we go. Nice and close to the wall, hands shoulder width apart. Good job, keep it up. This one should feel relatively easy, that is the idea. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Tricep dips off the chair. Let's go. I'm just going to push my other leg out a little because the back of the socket's actually hurting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Oh, need a rest. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. We have got one more set of those, and then we are going to the floor. So I'm going to give you a wee rest for a minute because we just dived straight in there. Get your breath back. I'm an hour earlier today, sorry about that, because I've got physio this morning and I don't normally have physio on Mondays. But this video will usually be an hour later than this. The clocks have changed in New Zealand for winter, so I am now an hour earlier than I was before, if your clocks haven't changed in the rest of the world. But it's 10 a.m. New Zealand Standard Time. if you need to do the translation. Here we go. Last set of push-ups. And off we go. Hands shoulder width apart, fingers pointing towards the ceiling. And if you want to make this harder, put your feet further away from the wall. If you want to make this easier, bring your feet nearer to the wall. If you're on a prosthetic, the heel will lift off the ground. That is fine. Well, it might not. Depends what kind of ankle you've got. Mine does, because my ankle is basic. And stop. One more set of these. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Tricep dips. Good job. Looking good. Don't need to go far. Just holding yourself up in this position is enough for a lot of people, to be fair. 3, 2, 1. Push yourself back onto the seat. Whew, good job. Now, our next two are down on the ground, and I've done this on purpose. You're not getting up again until the end. So, because getting up and down, I know how hard that is if you're an amputee and you've joined me. The last lot, you don't need a leg. You don't need either leg. You're doing abs and arms, and you can do them from the floor, the bed, wherever you are. If you're an above the knee double amputee, you may just need one prosthetic on at least, because you're not supposed to be putting your weight on the end of your stump. Certainly not without a knee joint. But everybody else, you should be fine. Right, here we go. So down onto the floor we go. That's the easiest way for me. Now, we're going to go wide floor push-ups and a plank. Now, you will find a bit of movement in the knee joint if you're wearing a prosthetic, depending on how it fits on. Mine is a sleeve, so it does tend to wobble around when I'm not standing up. Right, so wide push-ups on the floor. Your hands are going wider than your shoulders this time. Keep your knees nice and close, because these will be harder. 3, 2, 1, go. Good job. Down as close to the floor as you can get. That is fine. 3, 2, 1, stop. Your next thing is a plank. So you're on your tummy on the ground, elbows under shoulders, and resting on your knees. Well, you can do it on your toes if you want, but I'm not going to today. The closer your knees are to your elbows, the easier it becomes. So, up we go. You're just going to hold this for 20 seconds. Keep your back straight, your stomach tucked in, your elbows under your shoulders. You'll feel a little bit on your shoulders, and you'll feel the rest on your abs. 3, 2, 1, and rest. My glasses are steaming up. I'll just take them off. Okay, we've got 2 more of those. Have a wee rest for a minute. This is the second lot of push-ups, so this should feel harder because it is harder, and it's the second type of push-up that you have done. So, let's get going. Wide push-ups. Off we go. It's perfectly all right if your bum is up in the air. It's perfectly all right if you have to bring it all the way back to here. That's all right. You've still got your weight on your arms as long as your shoulders are above your wrists. Don't lean back like this. 3, 2, 1, and we're going to go into a plank. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and up we go. Now, if you've got any questions for me about fitness in general, or about being an amputee, then just fire away. Either send them directly to me or pop them under the video. I'm more than happy to answer them. Anything you want me to particularly focus on, 3, 2, 1, stop. Then do let me know what that is too. If there's something you're having trouble with, let me know. I will do a bit more on balance, but I need to have a leg that's working better before I do that. And a lot of people have asked me how I've been working on balance. I can't tell you I've got the balance back because I just haven't, not yet, but it's getting better. Right. Third and final, with your push-ups. Hands wider than shoulders, and off we go. Almost there. Then you get to line your back for the last two. Yay! 3, 2, 1. Into a plank position. Up we come. Rest. No, don't rest. Hold a plank. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, rest. Now, our last two, I'm just going to turn my mat around slightly. Yep. So that we are that way. Oop, there we go. Excuse the cat. So your last two are sit-ups, as you've probably figured out. And you are going to, you don't need the wall, you just need a bit of space on the ground. You're going to, hopefully you can still see me. You're going to be lying on your back, feet straight up in the air, and you're going to touch your toes, or knees, or wherever you can reach. Now, if you really struggle with this, put your hands behind your head, leave your feet up in the air, and just do a crunch like that. And don't aim to touch anything. But if you can do a sit-up and you don't feel pain in your neck, then you're going to slide your fingers up your legs as far as you can reach. Your second one, you're going to hold that. Now, if you find this really hard, put your bum on top of your hands and hold that. So your legs are in a 90-degree angle and your shins should be parallel to the floor. You feel a little bit of that in your legs, especially your amputated leg if you're wearing the prosthetic, and you feel a little bit in your abs. If you want to make that harder, straighten your legs out a little bit, so more of them up like that. Right, let us get going. Last two exercises. Well done if you're still with me. We're starting with the feet up in the air, hands behind your head, or hands on your shins. 3, 2, 1, go. Good job. Focus on that core. Keep your stomach nice and tight. 3, 2, 1. And tabletop. We're just going to hold this position. Sit on your hands to help your back out. If it gets really hard, just pull your knees in. Hang on to them for a moment, and then out you go again. 3, 2, 1. Feet up in the air. Right. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. I'll show you the other one this time. So if this is the hands behind the back head one. So you legs just stay up in the air and you're crunching your tummy in and lifting your shoulders off the floor. 3, 2, 1. Tabletop. Sit on your hands. The advantage with having a prosthetic is you don't have to do anything to hold it in that position. It just does that by itself. I don't even have to hold it there. 3, 2, 1, rest. Right, we're going to do one more set. If you're feeling it in your thighs, that's also fine. Okay, last set. Feet up in the air. 3, 2, 1. Hands on your shins. Go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tabletop hold. Sit on your hands for support if you need to. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Good job. Now, I'm going to come over there, but I just need to get up off the ground first. So, give me a second. This is how I do it. I go pop, 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 pop. It's a little better. Whoops, than it used to be. Lost my microphone. Hang on. Still not totally graceful, but there we go. I'll get there. So, that was this morning's workout. I need to get into the middle of the screen. There we go. So, thank you for joining me. If you've got any questions, fire away. I am 6 months. Yeah, just 6 months post amputation, and this is my 4th prosthetic leg. My next one, I'm waiting for hydraulic ankle. I'm on a beginner ankle at the moment, which doesn't have very much movement at all, which makes some actions and movements quite hard. I'm also going through sockets every 3 to 4 weeks, which is really hard, because that means that about 3 weeks or so I start struggling to walk again, and the parts department is struggling to keep up with me and the speed that I'm going through legs. Reason I think is because I'm so active. I try everything. I'm not afraid to try anything. I'm not tentative at all, and I wear it as much as I can. And the compression action of that helps speed up the swelling, speed up the reduction of the swelling. The difference between it now and when I first came out of hospital is just gastronomically. This is the original socket that I had. This was the first leg, and if you watch my video a couple of days ago, I show you the comparison between this and now, and it's just, it's ginormous. So, one more thing I just want to show you before I go, and that is the trick I'd use for wearing leggings. Now, you probably can't even tell, but I've got a zip in these leggings, and it's just below the seam, and it goes from here, there's where it starts, right the way down to the bottom. And that's how I wear leggings with a prosthetic, and I can unzip it. So, yeah, I would definitely give it a go. I didn't know if it would work with these. These are Lululemon leggings, and I bought them, and they're not cheap Lululemon for you to take them around to a tailor and say, right, I want you to cut a hole in these. But it worked really, really well, especially with the hidden type zips rather than the normal zips. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling on. Thank you for joining me. If you did, holler if you've got anything you want to ask, and I will see you at 10 o'clock New Zealand time next Monday. Have a good afternoon, evening, morning, whatever time of day it is for you, wherever you are in the world.